if they can like hold on to their good team fights, stick to that, because it's something they do really well. And as you've mentioned multiple times, not constantly keep team fighting, because that is one thing that they do a bit too much. Then they look very confident. For instance, mid one, like what's he gonna do? Probably farm until 20 minutes in the game and then join the team fights. That's kind of how they should most of the time run it.
Yeah, but something I like about this draft is, let's say, they have this issue that they want a team fight all the time, and then let's say they pick a Phoenix, and they're on a 2-minute cooldown. Now, of course there are cooldowns on the lineup, but when you think about it, they can be constantly fighting. They have the mana coming from CM. TA is a carry that has 0 cooldowns. Maybe you can argue, yeah, the BKB can be a huge cooldown, but Timber is a hero on 0 cooldowns. Mirana ulti is nice to get some extra vision, but you don't need Mirana ulti to fight. You don't need CM ulti to fight. DK ulti, yeah, you might argument that you need it, but it's up for 1 minute each 100 seconds. So it's like 40 seconds downtime and 1 minute uptime. So basically you're fighting 75% of the time.
And we always know that it works. When it works 75% of the time, it works all the time. And Team SMG love team fights. They love it constantly. Even if they're losing, they will not stop, won't stop taking any engagement. But when they play the Timbersaw, that is actually different. Because mid one likes to farm, likes to get big, likes to even build Meteor Hammer, as we've seen one of the games when their tower push was atrocious. This time around, though, they've got tower push, they've got Roshan capabilities, they have plenty of damage, mixed both physical and pure, even magic with the Crystal Maiden.
You can see on top, they want to start as 3 heroes. That's what I mentioned, why Doom, like the TA would be nice against the Doom. So Doom is kind of afraid to go to the lane. TA is getting more XP, it's getting the less hits, so that's why it can work. Although they didn't really control the aggro of the creeps, the equilibrium is terrible.
Well, they did send the Mirana back to bottom. Mid one needs to be careful, gets a bunch of Shadow Poison stacks. Doesn't have himself a magic stick, he's instead gonna go for the Ring of Health Rush. So won't be able to constantly spam
Not
away.
the best choice, to be honest. This ring would, like the stick would definitely pay off against ST. I strongly disagree with the rush of the ring.
Well, he is taking a heavy beating right now, and doesn't have any tangos left, so that's a bit problematic. But Poloson could force Miposhka out a little bit. Miposhka has got not too much mana left, but currently Yatoro is level 2.5, and mid one is level 1.5. And the first couple of levels for Timbersaw are horrible.
Yeah,
Speaking of which, he's about
for
to
those
die.
early levels. He's dead.
Yep. First blood secured for Yatoro. That's... that didn't go as well. Luckily enough, a kill in response, but Timbersaw's early laning stage is normally pretty bad.
Yeah, I feel it's a really greedy choice. You just buy the stick. With the stick, you can stay in lane. You get the extra 3 less hits, and you're gonna have the ring by the same time. But you're gonna be alive.
Well, currently Yatoro is he's most likely gonna have a very, very good lane. Mid-side DK versus Tiny. That's any lane that has DK in, it's boring. So we're gonna head on towards top. That's where a lot of nasty threats can come through as well.
At top, definitely there are gonna be Q exchanges. Collapse is just playing very safe, but I believe when he gets level 3, they're gonna go for the TA, because TA has no refraction.
Oh, mid.
And with the Sky,
Moon is so close to level 4, so that he could get the a possible DK stun in, but
top, they go for the Sky.
Mira didn't get meld struck there. That was a bit of a mistake from Chidori. The freeze comes out onto Mira. Skywrath in trouble. Does get taken down. They find a kill in response. And a 1-for-1 exchange with Chidori continuing for more.
So
With the
far.
refraction damage coming through. Collapse is being body blocked perfectly. Chidori, can he finish him off? He even tries to drop the tree. He's got the heal creep. So Chidori, is he going to dive? Okay, that was a A little bit wild by the TA, really aggressive.
But really well, let's say really well played. The body blocks look really nice. To be able to body block and hit with a TA is not that easy. He's definitely a specialist on the hero.
Well, he's looking very comfortable on it, because now Collapse gets smacked.
Yeah.
Have we seen him play TA so far? I think so, one game, right? Or not?
Yeah, wait, there was a TA against Luna game. Was he the TA or was he the Luna?
He was the Luna. They played against
Okay,
TA.
so we didn't see. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe this is his hero.
Yeah.
I've seen some impressive TA performances so far in the tournament. Olason forced a TP out. He actually got blocked in by Maposhka's disruption illusions. So forced to TP all the way back to base and run to lane. Honestly, mid definitely has kill threat once Mirana hits an arrow.
Yeah, but it's hard. I'd say
Mid
it's
one
hard to
still
get this
doesn't
arrow
have a magic
because
stick. I guess it's for suckers.
like DK has no wave clear, so Tiny will always have the creeps to protect him for the arrow. And it cannot be under Lars tower.
Top
Under
lane,
the
there's
tower,
a lot of
Simp
magic
dies.
damage push. Courier snipe as well. Chidori will stay alive because refraction is pretty neat. And you always have to be a little bit careful when going for the full dive. Even throwing out the blood grenade there, Mira. Making sure Chidori's HP drops, but a rotation towards top by Polason comes through. They spot out Collapse, but they kind of want to hit the arrow onto Mira. And that should be possible here.
Just a Star Storm.
Yeah, the Starstorm is going to be more than enough damage.
Yeah. Mid one is having so much trouble in the bot lane. Has 14 CS against 37 on Yatoro. 15 denies for the Slar.
Yatoro's going
Mid
hand
lane.
of Midas, actually. Oh, mid. Arrow lands onto Lar. Moon, 3 Shadow Poison stacks. 4. Not enough damage to kill him, though. In response, Mira comes rotating through and... did he just also give... I think he just gave Laurel a bottle refill during that. That's kind of neat.
Moon has
Mira
arcane that's
rushing
pretty good
forward.
for
In
DK.
response, the arrow comes through. Mira on the Skywrath. He just TP'd towards mid, so that's going to be a dead Sky with no chance to join any of the lanes anytime soon.
Yeah. The DK just got level 6, pops the ultimate with arcane. Still diving on the mid. While
Yatoro
Yatoro
solos mid one bottom
Yeah.
lane. Okay.
A lot of action going on in the map.
This is actually kind of low-key a nice counter to the DK. Shadow Demon using disruption on the DK, especially once he gets Black Dragon, and then you just create illusions from the DK yourself. And be a nuisance with those.
That's a interesting approach. Definitely.
I like Shadow Demon. It's a pain to play, because you gotta spam a lot. And I don't like spammy heroes. But I like the toolkit a lot from the... except for Disseminate, because the spell kind of weirds me out in how it exactly works.
Is this new spell that they put a new spell? The hero's bad. Mid one, bottom. Probably
Is
that.
in trouble again. Taken down. I'm done. Currently. Top side though, arrow lands onto Mira. Polason is the real offlaner in this case, making plays, helping out his lanes. Collapse is pretty scary with the...
Yeah, I mean,
Vanguard.
Polason has more net worth than mid one.
Yeah, he's also 4-0-0 on the Mirana,
very
so not bad.
Underwhelming for a last pick. For a hero that he seemed really good beforehand. Mid. Boss back.
Moon is surrounded, but there is some backup coming through. Laurel's out of mana currently. Moon's just going to go for the straight TP. Bye-bye. The rest of the team will
He has the
disengage.
regen. So the TP to the tower. Get a regen.
Also on double
Wait for
bounty.
the-
Woo! Is going to die though, and that's a lot of cash added to Mira. I'm going back in. Maposhka slowed down. Laurel doesn't have any mana. The freeze comes out. The Shadow Demon is dead. there's a heavy brawl in that mid lane, which makes it pretty comfortable for Moon. Like, he's doing a really good job against Laurel, but because the supports are constantly dipping on their side lanes, Collapse and Yatoro are having a field day.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, on top they're trading farm. It's Doom, so he'll definitely get farm. It's actually impressive that TA is keeping up. But bottom, mid one is not playing the game. You wanna touch creeps, Zark comes nearby him and just make him go out of the wave. Now Yatoro chose the wave because he wanna get the extra farm on the side camps. That's why mid one gets to last hit. It's because Lark is fine trading 2 extra camps for not denying the creeps from Timber, because he could. If he wants to be annoying on Yatoro, mid one cannot step on the lane.
Yatoro's got Hand of Midas. So does Collapse. So they're playing with 2 Hand of Midases on the side of Team Spirit. Looking to take this game late. Arrow lands onto Miposhka in mid. The Shadow Demon taking heavy amounts of damage. Very aggressive on the TPs. Toss-up comes through. Moon is in trouble. The freeze comes out, but that's a very slow DK right now, and he's going to take it down. Also will at least be able to leap back to safety, it seems. But a 1-for-1 trade, not very favorable there for SMG.
Yeah, top Doom is used. CM connects. Okay, very likely getting away.
And you disengage. Roche is actually using the Twin Gate, so you don't really want to walk that way. And Chidori's actually not even going to die. That's a big plus there for SMG. Doom on cooldown for another 2 minutes.
Yeah, Collapse is not that sad to not get a kill, honestly. He's just out farming TA with Midas. Zark has a pretty good life. Had a TP to the mid lane, got a kill. Slowed the DK timing. It's 10 minutes. The tower's half HP mid against the DK. That's a win. Game looks really good for Team Spirit. Timber taking top.
Going for a fight. He knows he needs to make some plays to recover. Collapse is going to get jumped. No Doom is no fear, because mid one is here. Takes the kill, because of course his TP needs to make some sense. Granted, you can just use that nice little Twin Gates to head out towards the bottom lane and go say hi to Yatoro, who is currently very close to finishing up his Diffusal Blade.
Yeah, it's a good read from mid one, because Zark is just out top. They're gonna collide into each other. Boom, finds Hiroshika.
Arrow lands, Miposhka stunned, they have a freeze, and there's going to be the damage burst. Now the Disseminate has been thrown out on the Crystal Maiden. Doesn't really do anything at this stage in the game. Does weird stuff later. Actually, against all the auras, it might be
Tiny
pretty
TP
good.
bot. Top, sorry. Tiny TP top. DK using the Dragon form. Top, I guess he kind of gave up choose on the mid lane. Mid lane is farm for Polystone right now, while Collapse just run at him.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, Collapse is still pretty scary. Even though he's died a couple of times, he is going to go for the aura build. Mech is being built up on the Doom. Let's see, Mirana is going Spirit Vessel. Crystal Maiden, so far Bupkis. Any 4 staffs in the near future is my question, because that's a very important item they need. You're playing against Slark and Skywrath, you need 4 staffs. You need a lot of them.
Yeah, and Zark just got the Diffusal. Probably he will jump mid one. DK is around the area. This can turn into a team fight, while Collapse just solo kills Mirana.
Yeah, throws out a Doom. So,
yeah.
Not much you can do as a Mirana there, but it's worthwhile just to tank it. Top lane though, they're gonna go in on the TA. Chidori jumped by Lara. Mystic Flare comes up on top. Chidori is actually still alive. Lara got slowed down. Crystal Maiden ulti did quite significant amount of damage. Lara might actually get taken down. And so does Chidori. 1-for-1 trade, but Mira's got a little bit more spammable tools to throw out. The Crystal Maiden on the run. There is no mana currently for Mira, but the right click is more than enough to finish his job. In comes mid one. Can he get the catch onto Mira? There is a silence. The Ancient Seal to be thrown out. Is it going to be enough? Not really. Mira gets chopped in 2. Mid one gets himself a 4-kill streak and will be able to purchase the Kaya if he so pleases. I think this game...
Yeah, he's back to the game.
Yeah, it's not too bad for him. It's he's currently ahead of Moon, which is quite surprising.
And ahead of the Tiny, given the bad start, it's pretty good.
Yeah, Laurel had a
Moon
pretty rough
shopping
mid lane because Crystal
tower.
Maiden and Mirana were there the entire
Has a
time.
dagger.
Spooky, scary blinks coming in. Crystal
There's,
Maiden smoke up.
There's a kobold smoked with the Mirana, because now you can...
Easy
throw
money.
it right.
Gotta get that money. Oh, arrow flies out. Laurel's gonna get stunned up. In comes mid one to chop Laurel down. Look at that damage, though. Timbersaw is still a nasty hero, because mid one now all of a sudden on a killing spree. Is gonna get bounced. Mystic Flare comes up on top, and the Timbersaw does not survive that damage. 4 staffs needed, or possibly some extra magic armor, which I assume later down the line he will be probably building that Eternal Shroud.
Yeah, I believe he will. He just built Kaya because the team was lacking damage, and he could play aggressively, but mid lane...
Labs. Making some damage. Crystal Maiden ulti does so much. Chidori wants to walk in, but with the TPs from Mira coming through, it's, you don't want to walk out of position. Chidori has his Deso done, so this also opens up Roche for the side of SMG very quickly, whereas Spirit, they actually have no Roche lineup whatsoever.
Yep, everyone is colliding mid right now. Definitely Roche is gonna be
Going
soon.
in onto Moon. There's Yatro. That's a scary one at this stage because he's got that Diffusal Blade. Moon, can he get himself out of there? No, that's not going to be the case. Mid one on the side, being hunted by the Slark. They're actually going to go in onto mid one, but the rest of SMG running forward. The toss comes up. Mystic Flare on top. Almost gets a double there. Also walking away, but Chidori right now, he's going to get hunted here. Yatro doesn't have his ult. He needs to be careful himself. The arrow gets tanked by an illusion, but in comes Lara with the Ava. Does he have the toss? Yes, indeed he does. Chidori almost kills off Laurel. They do eventually finish off Laurel, and it is going to be a 3-for-3. But the problem is, it's the 2 supports of SMG that stay alive.
Yeah, there's a 3-for-3, because again, SMG does SMG where they lose a core, and then they take the team fight. And this core is the Dagger hero, which is the hero that's supposed to be initiating on the enemy team, not the hero tanking the gank. So they just need the initiation, and things should go to their side. Dark has night vision, it's a bit harder.
Well, there's just a little bit of it's getting a bit more brawly in this game, but while everything is staying even in that regard, the two-handed Midases are paying off. You've got the Doom, Collapse getting pretty fat, Yatoro as well, who is going a Heaven's Halberd as his second item. Not something you tend to immediately see on a Slark.
Yeah, that's the way to trade with a TA, I would assume. Having those misses. Also against the DK Dragon Form Timber bot.
Yeah, Mystic Flare did. I see that the Sky has a diadem. Oh, he's probably going to go Phylactery, I assume. That or Dagon. I don't care.
Smoke.
That throw, trying to run away. The Doom thrown out onto Moon, but Chidori still does a lot of damage. Crystal Maiden doesn't have enough for the ulti. Yatoro is going for the fight here, but Chidori still hurts like crazy. In comes the jump from Laurel, because Twin Gates are a thing. Doom's about to end on the DK with the Mirana invis. Will they go back in? They do walk over the traps. If one of them TPs, they might just jump the other. But they now know, of course, that there is vision there, because Yatoro is a Slark, so he gets himself that Shadow Dance aura to see if the enemy has vision.
They jumped the Slark. Not the best target, probably if they were more patient. Wait for the Doom. So they jump the Slark, Doom shows up, use the Doom on DK, then they focus the Doom. Quite hard also with the vision.
Well, there is a Crystal Maiden force now, so they have one saving tool against the Pounce and Mystic Flare. Yeah, Phylactery done on the Skywrath. I'm not so sure yet what I think about that item. I've seen it a couple of times on Crystal Maidens.
The next unit target spell you cast on enemy uses separate.
I guess it's nice. It's interesting. Moon bottom lane
DK
is jumped and probably gonna die. The Boschka in response will get dropped by mid one. They don't have Doom for another 20 seconds, but they do have a Slark, which is pretty nasty, and the Avatos is gonna be more than enough. Or is it? Mid one on the run right now does get chucked on by Laurel. with the toss. Tiny Airlines coming in clutch, and they'll find themselves a double for Yatro there. Big team fight, and Moon just... What? I don't actually know why he is farming in that position.
Yeah, that's the team fight. Let's say Team Spirit started, or they started by farming aggressive with DK and having the team around, but then DK just dies, and then they begin the team fight. Get a support, everyone dies. Would be great to see they go a smoke with the TA. TA has a lot of damage. They would jump on the DK and burst a target. Just go retake our jungle. With the 5 on the team, they can burst any targets. And I feel that's what they should be doing. Take one target out of Team Spirit, and then the team fight is yours. Mid lane, Team Spirit has the vision.
Going on to Maposka, but here comes Yatro Lal. Immediately have a toss. Mystic Flare on top. Moon is just dead instantaneously. Crystal Maiden. Force Staff has already been used, so that's on cooldown. Will be able to get himself out of range of dropping so far, at least. I think so, but that is where Mira's Phylactery comes in. He gets hit, long range, extra 150 bonus damage on top of the already nasty Arcane Bolt, and you're still a goner. Okay, okay. Phylactery is actually kind of neat on Sky.
Looks good. They had a ward on the Radiant side on the mid lane, so they saw everything coming. They see SMG coming with the 4 heroes, they jump the backline, while DK is trying to jump and just dies. This DK is just dying.
Yep, and he's dying first every single time, and then they don't have a DK for the team fight that immediately ensues because he died.
Yeah,
Granted,
and he's level 11 because of
who
this.
else in the team would have to bait and like mid one's probably your best bet, but he is nowhere near tanky enough.
Bit, CM, that. Would be interesting to have a look at the level of the heroes, because Yatro is level 16, Miroshika 9, Mira 14, Lar 13, Collapse 14, and you have your mid laner on Moon level 12. So you're 2 level behind Mira, while on mid lane
bit
you
more.
die again.
Yep.
Yeah, because you've become somehow the support. That's what feels. It's a DK support. Although net worth-wise also looks like support, right? Because Sky is just nearby him.
Yeah, they're playing really well. Mira on that Skywrath Mage has pretty much been everywhere that Laurel has been, which is very impactful. Because you were talking about they don't have a way to set up like the Mystic Flare, but a toss-up right above you, that's a pretty lengthy duration where you get controlled. And with the magic damage from the Tiny on top, it's more than enough to kill anyone on the opposing side.
Yeah, Grief's done on mid one. Maybe that's this extra save, extra heal they have. A bit more duration on the team fight. Let's see what they can find with this item. They are about to smoke as 5. I like this. I believe they can burst any target. Let's see if they manage to burst one.
Yeah, and hope that Shadow Demon's not there to save the
The
person.
ward already scouts Timber. They scout the ward. They know what's coming on Team Spirit. Already grouping up. Maybe with
Jump on the side.
Tiny.
Laurel would be a very nice kill. Arrow lands. That's the best team fighter they have. Taken down. 50 seconds. No Tiny. That opens up some possibilities. I mean, just right now, rush to the enemy's Tormentor. Get that free shard. I don't know what you'd otherwise do with a
they
10k
smoked,
deficit.
but it's revealed.
Oh, Collapse looking for a fight, leaping forward on towards Polison. But Polison also has a Force Staff, so they have 2 Force Staffs now on SMG side, which is going to help significantly. Yatro going for Moon, now turning his attention towards mid one. Mystic Flare comes up on top, they need the Force Staff. Mid one gets out of there. Collapse actually jumped in the middle of the fight, gets frozen in place, has to doom the Crystal Maiden, because otherwise he dies to the freezing field. On the side though, Chidori left, he jumped away from his team, and what looked to be a superb team fight turned slightly less so for SMG because they do lose the TA. If they did not lose the TA there, if Chidori just stayed with his team, they might have actually been able to just walk to Roche and get the Aegis.
Yeah, I can understand why he was not with the team. They were chasing the Shadow Demon and Doom just jumped the backline. But the time Doom jumps the backline, you should reconnect with your team. And I'd say he insisted a bit in this Slark SD. But definitely looks better when you get the initiation. So they kill Tiny, then they can actually take a team fight. Thing is, they pop the smoke, Mirana ulti, and then Timber just straight away hits a creep mid lane and reveals everything that's happening. Maybe if they don't do that, the teamfight can be a bit better. And then they reveal that CM is the hero that tries to go the high ground, which is super weird. It should be a DK just blinking. So a bit of execution that they can improve there, but yeah, fair trade. When they're that behind, especially on levels, this one-to-one trade is great.
I mean, that's the one thing that SMG tends to, most games still do. They always have like a good fight, and then either they overextend in that fight, or they really overextend extend after that fight, which has happened towards the Radiant Phylactery multiple times. But they do every game at least have a good jump, a good catch, a good kill.
Yeah, I feel both teams have this good catch initiation. The one that gets it should be winning the team fight, although Team Spirit's 11k ahead. Which is
Yeah,
not
Collapse
easy.
has the Octarine, so now he doesn't really care about throwing a couple of Dooms out the window with that extra 25% cooldown reduction.
Oh, yeah, maybe SMG could be forcing a Roche. Oh, Timber.
One getting jumped here. Four staff him back. Let's try
He's
to
off later.
chain out of there. Can they get him out of that position? Crystal Maiden ulti coming through. He has the shard as well, but it's not going to do any damage in that position. They get themselves a double kill. And with especially the Timbersaw dead, I don't think you can really go for a reinitiation here. Timbersaw, does he have his... Oh yeah, full
Slark
Lotus
is
Orb.
tipping. Slark is
done.
using the gate. Can he find TA?
Well, he has Ags,
does.
so you can
He
find
has Gem.
Ags plus Gem equates to a very dead TA. In comes the tree volley from Laurel. Kill goes to Yatro, who... I mean, is
DK
it
found
really
Collapse,
that surprising after that laning stage he's feeling confident?
Yeah, but now Collapse found DK, because suddenly you don't have two teammates and Collapse just running at them, because they realize they jump at Collapse, but they have no damage. The two damage heroes are dead. I don't know,
Okay,
it feels like
has
the
his
DK
BKB.
hero doesn't offer much to a draft.
I mean, I thought so last patch as well, and then I was wrong every single game.
Last patch, the mid lane was so important. Now it's not that important, you're not nearby Roche, so the only thing the hero really offers is taking really early on the mid lane. They see Yatoro.
A hard kill. Gonna go in. Didn't pop his Dark Pack. There's gonna be the toss and the problematic disruption save because they have a Shadow Demon on their side. Lead forward, Yatro finds one, but the force staff was used to save Moon, and that's gonna cost Paulson his life. On the side, mid one gets demonic purge. Surrounded by enemies, blown up in half a second. Mirana buyback comes through. They get the stun onto Collapse before he gets his Doom off. Crystal Maiden ulti behind the trees. They do not spot the Crystal Maiden. This is a pretty big one coming out from Afu. But after that, can they even do anything behind it? Chidori actually jumps forward, and another save comes through. Tree volley thrown out. Chidori forced to the side. Yatro, they're going to hunt for this TA. Nowhere to go. And Miposhka with a great save again. His here teammates haven't died just yet. Moon's going to get surrounded, blasted by Yatro. They eventually do lose the Mira Skywrath Mage, but
Dice for the
superbly done.
Vessel was the burn of DK after 5 seconds being below 200 HP. He popped the Ghost Scepter, gets so much time. They focus the Sky, but SD can just save him. Like, probably you need to jump SD, right? And Sky has the Ghost Scepter. Really hard to take this team fight when you're so down net worth. Not even the buybacks helped. Feels like extremely hard for SMG to go back here. It's just a matter. Yeah, it feels like electricity is coming soon. But Team Spirit draft, not so good on Roche, not so good on objective taking overall. Zark's not really a tower hitter, although like if you just win a team fight, you get maybe 20 stacks of Essence Shift, then you can take objectives.
If you're
So
12-0,
it's gonna be like
11,
slow.
pretty okay.
Yeah, it's kind of slowly but painful for SMG now. Because they just will keep being hunted by this Slark jump, tiny jump. Doom has a jump with Dagger.
So yeah,
Okay.
they're gonna look for a
Team
fight
Spirit.
here. They are on the
Yeah.
interesting high
Going
ground,
try-
but the problem is Maboshka. Like, they need to jump that Shadow Demon. He's got the gem now on Maboshka, so that's even better if you manage to kill him.
Yeah, they're just pinging where SMG is on the Team Spirit side. And Zlark has the night vision. I'm not so sure they can burst the Zlark.
He also knows that they know that he's there.
Yeah.
This was passive.
Like
and
the-
it- Yep.
There are like 3 waves on the map and no hero from SMG appears. They kind of know where SMG is. Now they 100% sure. Does Tiny want to go for the blind jump? That's the
Smoke
question.
v smoke, right in front, jumps forward, is Yatro first. Lau taking a bit of damage, but in comes the tree volley damage. Is not really going to connect onto a lot here. No damage onto Collapse. He throws out the Doom onto Chidori on one side. They already lost them around. Now that's a dieback. The next one's going to be mid one. Don't really think he can get out of there, especially with Collapse going that deep. And Laurel with another tree volley thrown. The big yeets of death will land. Tosses Yatro over the wall. On towards Moon he goes. And the last one is the Crystal Maiden taken down. GG gets called. And Team Spirit, they look confident this major.
Yep. They call electricity. It's painful. You cannot kill a single target. Even if you had the vision advantage, it was on their ground. They set up the traps. But they're so behind that there's no way they can kill a Zlark with